Well, it's Sunday slot car fun, and you're here with me, and I'm surviving the attack of the grandchildren. So I'm on the bloody cell phone today instead of the good camera and the lavalier and all that stuff. So sorry for the poor quality, but I have to keep things simple this weekend, this holiday weekend. And Happy New Year, everyone. I'm, of course, recording this on Saturday, so I'm wishing you a Happy New Year, and I really hope that it is. It will be if we make it so. So let's make it so, number one. Sorry, couldn't resist. I'm not just a Star Trek fan. I actually worked on Star Trek several times. But that's another story. I digress. So today we're going to see grandchildren at the slot car track, which is really something to see because that light back there is horribly bright, isn't it? That's the sun coming through my window. So which is lovely when you're racing because you get that natural light, but it doesn't make for a very good background. Now I'm going to walk way back. We can see the whole track. Oh, and there's the Iron Giant. And the reason the Iron Giant, now you all know I have a 6.5 foot Iron Giant that I built from scratch in my studio office / showroom. But that one was a gift from Elliot Brown, a very good friend of mine who was kind enough to send me not only that, but a Robbie the robot, and their toys, and they walk and they talk. But, you know, we have the grandchildren here, and we don't want them playing with them because they break very easily with little kids. And so I thought he looked really cool on the track. He's almost the right size. And, well, you know, he may just end up being here from now on. And if I turn them on like that, and I put them back a ways, please don't fall over and destroy my... I mean, how many slot car tracks have this? So that was really cool to have that on the track. I think he adds a lot of character to the track. I mean, we all have things on it. Godzilla, Mothra, all kinds of interesting things. Aliens from Area 51, you know who you are. But I have robots. Anyway. But once again, I digress. So we're going to watch kids get a slot car set, which I bought them from Ventura Hobbies. My friend Vern Morseman of Ventura Hobbies sold me the last slot car set he had there, left over from Christmas. So the girls and the parents could have a slot car track of their very own. Okay, so here we are at Ventura Hobbies, and Vern Morseman was nice enough to sell us this lovely starter setup from Scale Electric called Speed Shifters. For these two lovely ladies here who have decided they love slot cars because they raced on my track. So we're going to take this home and get it all set up so they can enjoy it, and later they'll get more track and build a bigger track at home, right?
Yes.
Because your dad likes it too, right? And so we're now addicting everybody to slot cars because that's what I do.
Keep fascinating mine.
Is it just not working for you? This is not working for her. Just slow down.
You got magnets. Go, go, go. Go, Penelope. Push it. Typical Scale Electric.
Am I getting 5 stars right now?
Well, kind of. You're doing very well. Of course, these have magnets. In a second here, we're going to take you to cars that don't have magnets, and everybody can see how good you really do. These are warm-up cars. Oh, fancy, Penelope. Penelope's 3 years old, and she's driving this car just beautifully. Start them young. There you go. Very nice. Just take it easy. Take it easy. Very nice. All right, who did that? Penelope's got the 917. Keep your eye on your car, honey. Look how good she's doing. Can you guys drive that well?
No.
I couldn't drive that well at 3 years old. I couldn't drive at all at 3 years old. Oh, like that.
Marshall.
And she's learned the expression, Marshall, haven't you?
Oh my goodness, you killed the driver.
You killed the guy.
Marshall.
What do you say? What do you say?
Marshall.
Penalties.
Marshall.
Marshall.
Marshall. Marshall.
So as you can see, the cars survived. The kids do very well. They really do. Don't they?
Hi.
That's Elena.
I'm Elena and I'm 7 years old, going on 8.
That's right. And what do you say when the car goes off the track?
Marshall.
Thank you, Lena. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about this car because I've never talked about it. And I saw some of the guys in the Far Out Slot Car Club talking about, I think it was Kevin that talked about it. He hadn't got one of these yet. Well, in my case, I got the white kit. In fact, Mary bought it for me for, I think, my birthday. And so I painted this myself. And what it's got on it is that wet look lacquer from Testors. And I mean, there's so much of it on here. You can't even see the decals. Look at that. I mean, they're submerged in the lovely, delicious lacquer. And as usual, there's that, we all do it. So stop complaining about it. Thank you. You're very kind. As you can see, it has the usual wonderful Revo slot. Did I call this an NSR? No, it's a Revo slot. Excuse me. I get them mixed up sometimes because they're both good cars. But these Revos are really, really nice. But one of the things I don't like about it, and I don't like about, where's the other one? Believe me, I have more slot cars than this. These are the ones I play with a lot. They're out and about. Is this Marcos? Also, a Revo slot. Very good cars. Very high end. I think these frames are even metal. We've got aluminum wheels, front and back. Really good tires. Really good inserts. The inserts are very scale and very, very nice. I mean, there's nothing about these cars that is out of favor with me except one thing. And this I love too. Wonderful. Good thinking, guys. And I'll show you what that is. Now, as soon as I remove this lovely... Now, these are both scale electric cars. You know, we always talk about scale electric cars. But I'll tell you, the thing I really like about them the best is they're very scale. They don't have metal frames and metal wheels and stuff. But, I mean, you know, there's the Jaguar wheels that are very accurate. I love these red mini lights on this car I once owned. And boy, do I miss the Cortina. And they're fun to drive once you take the magnets out and put tires on a truer and get them trued up. They really, I'm knocking things over because nothing's glued down really. They really perform, well, they're fun to drive. If you like drifting, these drift well. And if you buff up the tires, they're great. Now, I mean, they work pretty good. You don't need to buy, if you're not going to race them, you don't need to get fancy tires. So here, I want to show you what I don't like about Revo slot. It sounds like a coffee grinder. This car runs very well, of course. All Revo slots run really well. They're really great cars, and it was really a fun build. I love building this car. And the tires are starting to get dirty already. And it's just a terrific car, but the noise. Now, I'm going to show you. And maybe you're all aware of this, and maybe you're not. And maybe there's a way to quiet them up. They have a metal pinion, and I believe a metal crown gear, too. This one doesn't look like it's metal, but this one sure does. Oh, no, that's the same crown gear. So I'm not sure. It may not. It may be nylon. It may be. But nevertheless, Sorry for this shaky photography. I will edit some of it out because we are not on the good camera today, but we are 4K. Also, one noisy coffee grinding thing. Now, just to show you a stark contrast, I'm going to run this lovely scale electric, and I do say this is lovely. I mean, it's just beautifully scale. I mean, you could build a different frame for it if you want, but I get these to run pretty well. Now it makes noise too, you know, but not like that. And then, just to really, yeah, it's first day of the year, so I'm just having fun today with you. Wrong controller. And by the way, I love these Slot Invasion USA stands. They work really well. Now I'm about to tear this whole track up again. You know how quiet that is? Now I did put good tires on this. And it's just wonderfully quiet. This is scale electric. And it's a cheap $49 car. Also very well detailed and somewhat accurate to the Terrell. And of course Jackie Stewart's car. But why, oh God, why, with this more expensive car I built myself, and even the ones I didn't build myself, do they sound like an organ grinder? I'm just taking it easy because I'm filming. Sorry about that. It is a gorgeous car. Already now an older car. Been around for a while. But who doesn't love a red Ferrari? Anyway, maybe some of you don't. So that's something that I would love to hear feedback from everyone on about how do we make these Revo slots quieter? That would be a great one. So that's going to do it for this Sunday slot car fun. Oh, and thank you, Brendan and Emily, for this lovely Christmas gift. I got another ring light, and I love ring lights. This is a bigger one. This is kind of like the one Dave has. It was really a cool thing to get. And of course, now I've got so much light between the two of them on my little tiny table here, because you don't need a bigger table than that. And then back here is Assetto Corsa waiting for me, because it is my hope today, if the grandchildren collapse and allow me to, I'm going to go into VR with my HP reverbs and my force feedback steering wheel. I've got pedals, a shifter, everything, and do some racing at Laguna Seca, my favorite track to run on. I hope you guys have a terrific day today, and a great new year, and let's do a lot of fun stuff with slot cars this year. Not that we didn't last year, but let's just keep the good cheer up, and thank you everyone, from John Kitt to Dave Kennedy to that slot car guy with the big giant spiders in Australia. And soon, because of their inspiration that they always give to me, I'm going to be redoing my track again. I'm going to be building a new wooden table for it, and I'm going to add more track and have more track within the same space. And we will talk about that next Sunday. See you then.